Redditors, when did you realize that an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind? I sued for medical malpractice and won $2 million. The doctor is still practicing. The hospital changed nothing, and I can't move on. I won. That's what everyone tells me. You won. $2 million. The jury sided with me. The doctor's license was suspended. I won. My wife is still dead. Sarah died at 32 from a routine appendectomy. The surgeon nicked her intestine and didn't notice. She developed sepsis. 4 days later, she was gone. I was 33 and suddenly a widower. When I got her medical records, a lawyer told me, this is clear malpractice. This death was completely preventable. Preventable. Sarah didn't have to die. I sued St. Michael's Hospital and Dr. Raymond Chen. It took 6 years. 6 years of depositions, expert witnesses, delays. 6 years of reliving her death over and over. The hospital offered to settle 3 times. $400K, then $750K. I said no every time. My family begged me to take the money and move on. I couldn't. If I settled, Sarah's death was just a line item in their budget. I needed a jury to say, this was wrong. Year 5, we went to trial. I sat in that courtroom for 3 weeks, watched them show photos of my wife's operation, listened to them argue she had underlying conditions. She didn't. The defense attorney asked if I was just after money. They said, no amount of money'd bring her back. I'm here because she deserves better. The jury deliberated 2 days. Verdict, medical malpractice. $2 million in damages. Everyone celebrated. I felt nothing. After lawyer fees, I netted $1.1 million. Dr. Chen's license was suspended for 6 months. Then he moved to Nevada and started practicing again. 6 months. That's what Sarah's life was worth. The hospital reviewed their protocols. I filed a Freedom of Information request to see what changed. They added 1 line to a surgical checklist. I started a foundation, the Sarah Willow Patient Safety Foundation. Educational programs for hospitals, lobbying for better reporting. I poured myself into it, every waking moment. My friends said it was good I'd found purpose. But it wasn't purpose. It was obsession. I couldn't move on because moving on meant letting Sarah go. The foundation meant I never had to. I kept her alive the only way I could. But I also kept her death alive. 2 years later, my sister confronted me. This foundation isn't about helping people. It's about punishing yourself for being alive. I kicked her out, but she was right. Of 39, hadn't dated since Sarah died. No hobbies, no friends outside foundation work. My consulting firm had closed. My entire identity was Sarah's widower, the guy who sued the hospital. I'd won the case, but I'd lost myself. The foundation was failing. Donations down. Hospitals weren't interested. We were running out of money. I'd spent $400,000 of the settlement on it. One night I looked at Sarah's photo in the office and realized this wasn't what she would have wanted. Sarah was a doctor. She understood medicine wasn't perfect. She wouldn't have wanted me to sacrifice my life to her memory. I was using her death as a shield. As long as I was fighting for Farah, I didn't have to face the fact that she was gone and I was still here. I closed the foundation. It felt like betraying her. My therapist said, "You're not giving up on Sarah. You're giving up on grief." I started rebuilding, dating, working again, doing things unrelated to Sarah or the lawsuit. It felt wrong, disloyal, but necessary. 3 years after the settlement, I got a letter from Dr. Chen, handwritten, 2 pages. He apologized, said he thought about Sarah every day. Said he'd left medicine because he couldn't stop second-guessing himself. He donated to a patient safety organization in Sarah's name. He hoped I'd found peace. I read it 3 times, put it in a drawer, never responded. Part of me wanted to tell him he destroyed my life. But he didn't destroy my life. Grief did. Obsession did. Dr. Chen made a terrible mistake. I made a choice to let that mistake consume me. I won $2 million. Dr. Chen's career was damaged. I'm 42 now. 9 years since she died. I'm engaged. Linda, she's kind. She knows about Sarah. Doesn't try to replace her. I don't run a foundation. I don't campaign for patient safety. I live. St. Michael's Hospital still operates. Still does surgeries. Probably still makes mistakes. Dr. Chen is retired. Maybe at peace. Maybe haunted. I don't know. The medical board changed nothing substantial. Sarah's death didn't change the system. It changed me. I'm harder now, more cynical about justice, but also softer. More aware how fragile life is. I won the lawsuit, but I'm still learning how to win at living.